6 companions. Do you have a servants at home? Many people do, especially when both parents are working. They need some domestic help to take care of all the cleaning, cooking, and other kind of works. These servants are available only during certain time of the day, say 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. After that, they need to go back to their home to take care of their family. So, suppose you are traveling out of your city, you may need help in a new place. In that case, you may have to take your servants with you or hire a new person at the new place. It's a big pain. Wouldn't it be nice if we have to set up servants who are always with us, supporting us everything we do all the time? He was a famous English poet. He had 6 honest men as his companions and took them along wherever he went. According to him, these men were not just servants but very intelligent people who taught him everything he came to know in life. Who are those special people? Well, they are not really people but 6 questions which form the basis for all the intelligence in this world. What, why, when, how, where, who. If we observe carefully, this question will help us light up any dark situation. Let us take a simple example to explore this concept. You are at a dinner table and mother says you should eat some vegetables, but you don't feel like having it. Instead of rejecting it, try to use few of that poet's servants. Answer to this question may reason out why you should eat the vegetables. First, why vegetables? It has lot of iron, so it is good for health. How? When you eat vegetables, it make you stronger. Those vegetables probably looks more attractive now than earlier. Why? Because we asked the question and answered them and got the information. You are familiar with the cartoon characters like Superman, Spider-Man, Hulk and many others on the television, but in reality there is no other superpower like information. If you have it on hand, no decision is difficult. Consider this curious case which happened in Mumbai a few years before. A huge factory equipped with the latest machinery for manufacturing cars. Thousands of people were also working non-stop. Suddenly an important machine broke down and simply could not be restarted. Due to this, car production were affected. The workers panicked and approached the manager for help. He immediately rushed to the spot and checked a few things on the machine, but it was of no use. Everyone was worried that no car will roll out of the factory without the machines functioning. To speed up the repair, they decided to call an expert. The expert mechanic was in Delhi. He had to fly down to Mumbai to look into the problem. Once he arrived at the factory, he took only 2 minutes to assess the situation, ask a few questions and tighten a few nut and bolt. The machine was up and running immediately. As if nothing had gone wrong, the factory manager jumped with joy. He congratulated the expert and asked him for his bill. That would be a 10,000 rupees, said the expert. The manager was shocked. So much for 5 minute job. The expert smiled and said, all of you have several 5 minutes on hand, but none of you could solve the problem, isn't it? Very true, the manager nodded in approval and agreed to pay the entire amount to the expert. This is difference between doing something and following a structured process for decision making. When you have a experience and know what you are doing, where you are going, the chances of success are more. This process of asking questions to analyze a situation is called data gathering. It is very important for making decisions in any situation. As a practical example, consider this small exercise. If you want to go for a movie, how will you decide which theater to watch the movie? There are many factors you may have to weigh upon before you make a decision on this. How much money do I have on hand? Where is the theater? How would I reach there? Can I walk up to the distance or do I travel by bus or taxi? What are the other movie choices I have? Do I like them? Have I already seen them? In my present mood, what kind of movie do I want to see? Action, cartoon, humor, or something totally new? When you ask this question to yourself, you will be able to make a more realistic choice than blindly selecting a movie and rushing to watching it. In that case, you may get terribly disappointed and return with a heavy heart. Why should you put yourself in such a situation? In the upcoming chapters, we are going to make a very simple but extremely important decisions. Okay guys, thanks for watching.